Hey guys, it's Joe B. I'm here with the Mach 1, and here's a quick video on what's been going on. I wanted to show what was happening with the hood pins. The hood never really closed correctly with the hood pins, so I had looked through, after removing them, I looked through a hole. This one on the passenger side is centered correctly, even with the adjuster in there. This one never really closed completely. It had always stayed up, and if you look straight dead on, you'll see that the piece in the radiator support is a little bit lower than it should be. It should be centered a little bit differently. Maybe from our perspective to the left. Maybe a little bit down, depending on what the hood pin really would look like. So here's what I did. Took my masterful template here, just a piece of cardboard I cut off with some cardboard over here, and I laid it across, and I used my trusty scissors and Sharpie to line it up here with the hood trim, and then I also lined it up on the side of the hood here, and a little bit tighter on the top. And then using a Sharpie from the bottom, I traced around on the underside of the hood pin hole that was correct, and then I took it and I flipped it over, mirrored it to this side, just so that I could get a real understanding about how off that hole was. So then down here, I lined it up according to the hood trim. I mean, we're only to a couple of millimeters here, you know, quarter inch off possibly, but enough to really figure out what's happening. And then up here, I lined it up with the hood, and I look and I see that there is indeed a difference in that this hole is a little higher than it should have been. It should have been lower. So with the hole lower, then the actual pinhole in the radiator support would have been higher up in the hole. And then just to double check that, I took the piece that I cut out from here and I lined it up. Yeah. Which means that I'm going to have to do some welding. I'm going to have to add material here and then take material from here. It'll be fun. We'll work it out. But that's what I'm working on right now. A little other stuff that's going on. I had removed the driver's fender, cleaned and did some rubberized paint coating on the back. Still working with the end cap that goes on and holds the headlight. I'm just finding little tidbits all over the car. There's a low spot right here. I was just tinkering with some of the stuff that goes under the mirror. This doesn't have to be perfect, but I'd like to get it much cleaner than that. I just sprayed a little primer on to keep it protected from rusting. It's been very hot and humid lately. And right here I found something that just felt funny, so I started to sand on it, and I found some bondo under there, so I gotta work on that a little bit. Eventually we'll be, you know, removing the door handles and, you know, taking care of stuff like this right in here. Get that cleaned up. I use the wire brush. The rocker molding is going to go over this, the black stuff with the lines on it, so again, this doesn't have to be perfect, but I would like it to be rust free and clean. And this actually is going to have to be black, because if it's from the factory correct, there's a blackout under here. Found a little spot here. I did I forget what you call these, the fender rolls. I did those. There was you know, I just primed this to keep it covered, just some rattle can, so I don't develop any rust. I worked the wire brush, cleaned up all of this. It's going to have to be, I've got to use like the 120 and scuff it. Then we'll get the primer on that. And we got to do it quick because there's little spots like this. I don't want that to start rusting. Primer protection all here. And working our way around. Everything is looking good. Everything's looking good. I had worked on some places here, and I just sprayed a little primer on it to keep it covered, some rattle can. But by hand, it feels great. After we do a couple of coats of the primer, and then we'll use the block for the block sand, that should clean up really nice. The last piece I wanted to show, I think I had forgotten to show you guys, two pieces. Remember we had a little dent in the fender right here? I cleaned it up. You can still see, you know, a couple little grains here, a couple little grains of the Bondo, but I'm going to, I'll probably 120 that, and then prime it, 400 it. It should be really clean, but the main point is this right here used to be a dent, and as far as the Bondo and the cleaning up of that dent goes, it came out really nice. So the structure is sound. The other part is I found a little crinkle in the corner of the hood here, so I cleaned that up and just put some clean Bondo on there. So just a light skim. There's actually a little bit of a low spot here. I'll probably put another little tidbit on there before I clean it and prime it. But that's what's going on, man, and that's what's happening. I mean, it drives. We've been driving just around the block. Alright guys, this is Joe B with the Mach 1, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.